Hello folks, I'm Abfielder. Welcome to part 3 of my awesome Minecraft 1.18 seeds videos. Today is an extra special one because all 10 of these seeds will work in both Bedrock and Java editions of the game. In fact, this intro is filmed in Bedrock with RTX enabled, and we'll see this exact seed again later on in the video. So 10 awesome seeds folks. Everything in these videos will be within 1000 blocks of spawn. Rest of the video will be in Java with the coordinates in the top left hand of the screen to help you out. The seeds will be in the description below. Let's jump in to seed number 1. Our first seed then has forests aplenty. We start off in a dark oak forest with a birch forest over to the left there. We have some of these jagged peaks, maybe with some of the snowy and stony peaks thrown in there as well, and then more forest biomes the far side of these mountain peaks. And then as we fly over here, we've got a village we just clipped on the left hand side in this plains biome. And over to the left again, we have some frozen plains biomes as well. So plenty of biomes all within 600 blocks of spawn on seed number 1 for you to choose where to put your build. Some of these steep banked rivers as well, which I absolutely love. And then underneath this seed, not too bad, we have some decent lush caves. We have a lot of dripstone caves, and we have one here combined. Not the most epic of caves we'll see in today's video, but a pretty good one to start us off with. So then folks, that is seed number 1. Seed number 2, and we start off in a plains biome with a village behind us right there, and we're going to fly out over the ocean. Bear with me on this seed, it gets dramatically better. As we see a village just come into shot here at the top of the screen with those steep stony cliffs which look beautiful, an ocean monument there at the bottom of the screen. Just one thing to keep in mind, that the Bedrock edition, although the terrain will look the same, you'll have the cliffs and what have you, things like villages, ocean monuments, they're going to be in different places on Bedrock than they are in Java. For example, on the left there, as we go up the mountains, there is a village in Bedrock, I believe, that is not there on Java. So enjoy that one. We also missed, as we flew up there, a woodland mansion that's behind the mountains on the right hand side. We get a hint of a small lush cave in that mountain as well. Not too great on the caves this particular seed. I say that, not too great on lush caves and dripstone caves. There is a pretty epic cave at the shoreline that we flew over. Do you remember this? Well, check this out. Let's actually fly into here. This is a massive open cave. I can imagine someone doing an absolutely beautiful build with this that sort of looks out onto the ocean. You've got the entrance directly at ocean level, and then if we fly up here, you can see out into the mountains. And if we spin back around, you then got a higher up entrance. And that's seed number 2. Let's move on to seed number 3. And with this one, we start off in a forest, but we're actually surrounded by an awful lot of plains biome. We've got a village in front of us, a village up to the right, and then we have some more of the icy peaks this time rather than the truly jagged peaks. So as we fly over this mountain range, it goes on for quite a while, and we have some nice peaks towards the end of it as well, with this sort of flatter area in the middle. And like I say, lots of plains, lots of meadow biomes to the right. We've got some more hills over to the right there. We have the worst place stronghold ever, unless the objective of that stronghold is to remain hidden. They can't see anything. And then if we fly back over in the opposite direction, we have another stronghold on the right there that's ever so slightly better placed. At least they can see in one direction. And we have a nice lake here with some fairly steep banks to the side of it. Could build a nice house overlooking that lake. And then below we have a dripstone cave. Not a lot else in terms of caves on this seed. On to seed number 4, and that area right there was where you spawn, on that stony cliff. Be careful, incredibly dangerous. I like to include a ice type world spawn in case you want a post-apocalyptic type frozen world scenario going on here. So we have the frozen peaks here that we're hovering over. We have the grove biome, the snowy taiga biomes, and as we head in this direction, we also have some more of these stony, jagged peak biomes with some nice areas down below to the right of them as well for build. So if you're after this post-apocalyptic type world, this is a pretty good seed for it, and it doesn't take too long before you're out of the ice into normal taiga. Underneath, we have the best cave we're going to see so far today. It is a lush cave that is absolutely massive as we fly around here. and try and take all this in. Obviously, I have the night vision effect on, so this cave would be far darker in survival than you would be seeing it now. I'd like to have the night effect vision on just so you can see what's going on. The idea is to see the terrain here, not see the ambience of the structures, but what an awesome lush cave this is. So that was seed number 4, folks, and as I said, so far the best cave we've seen. This seed might look a little familiar. It's the one that featured in the intro in Bedrock. As I said, with seed parity, if you have a seed that works in Bedrock, it will look exactly the same in Java, although things like villages and woodland mansions and ocean monuments will be in different places. The terrain itself will look identical, and this seed is absolutely beautiful. Huge long mountain ranges. We then have some of the smaller mountains that are just separate. There's the woodland mansion down there that won't be on Bedrock, unfortunately. Folks, what do you think of this seed? What's your favorite so far? And when you get to the end of the video, what's your favorite of the 10? Let me know down in the comments. And the second of the woodland mansions is there as well. And not only do we have beautiful mountains on this seed, we have a beautiful lush cave as well. And it's a pretty epic one to boot as well. So not bad at all as we go around the little windy bits, the noodle caves as they're called, into the bigger open cheese cave. You can't argue with this seed. It's brilliant. This would be a perfect world to start your next game on in 1.18. And we have a little bit of dripstone as well. Seed number 6, and this time we start off in this bamboo jungle biome, which looks pretty epic. There's a hint down the left there that we've got some lush caves below, and in fact, as you fly across this landscape, we're going to be going a little bit fast. I've sped the footage up, but you see more hints that there's quite a lot of lush caves under here. Until then, we're flying over some stony peaks with these kind of cauldrons in that almost look like extinct volcanoes. That one's pretty good with the stony peaks, and we'll see another example here with the stony peaks on the left and the sort of snowy peaks on the right as we fly over the top now. So that's pretty nice as well, and we have an even better example with these snowy, icy, possibly jagged peaks with the dark oak forest in the middle there. It looks absolutely beautiful. As well, you've got an absolutely massive dark oak forest biome that's in between all these mountains. And then underneath, we have so many lush caves under this seed. There's tons of them. So I found 2 really good examples. This one is pretty wide open, pretty spectacular. The second one I think is even better. Here we go. Let's fly through this one. So, I mean, this is already pretty big, but as we fly through here and we head around to the left, we should see a much bigger open area. Here we go in this bit. This is an epic lush cave. That's 2 seeds in a row. I think the previous seed had pretty good lush caves as well, but this one is amazing for lush caves. So good mountains, good variation in the biomes, are a bit warmer, these biomes, so a nice change up from the previous seed and some of the other seeds that we've seen so far today. That is seed number 6. Getting warmer then with seed number 7. We start off near the lukewarm ocean. There was a upturned ship there, whatever you call those, shipwrecks. And as we fly down this direction, we have some of the stony peak generation. Bit of a change to a lot of the jagged, icy peaks that we've seen in a lot of the previous seeds. And I quite like this change. I quite like when we get good stony peaks. Just inside that one there, it looks like there's a ruined portal. There's a jungle temple on the right-hand side there, and a jungle biome. As I mentioned, this is a warmer sort of biome spawn area. A second jungle temple down at the bottom of the screen there. And as we have done a bit of a loop back around, we're still very close to spawn. There's a desert village and a very, very large desert biome, as well as a ruined portal, a second ruined portal over there. So yeah, desert biome, warmer biomes, and a badlands biome over in this direction as well. Some eroded badlands, some badlands plateaus, and yeah, just nice badlands generation. Underneath, I can think of my words there, underneath we've got a little bit of lush caves, not quite as epic as the previous seeds, but not too bad. So if you're after a hot biome world, then seed number 7's probably the one for you. Good seed. Okay, seed number 8. And we stick with the warmer biome theme for this one, starting off in a savanna. And over in this direction, if we load it up, we've got a little bit of a snowy flat peak there. And then here we have a sort of ring of stony peaks with the cave generation cutting into it, with a massive open epic cave. Okay, if we flick ahead a little bit on this one, we're heading back sort of towards spawn so we can get a great angle of these mountains loading in. They're just over the back of where we were previously, and it's the stony peak generation again, but this is quite a lengthy mountain range. We've got quite a nice biome in the middle there, which is good for a build, like a house or something maybe. But yeah, this is one of the best stony peak generations I've seen. That mountain there is just outside the 1,000 blocks, so we'll look at it from 925. But otherwise, we'll flick into this lush cave because it's huge. So we're going to fly around this lush cave. I've sped the footage up slightly, which should give you an idea of how big this thing is. One of the biggest open lush caves we've seen. So yeah, mountains and lush caves, another one all in one seed, which is absolutely perfect for 1.18. Like I said before, let me know which is your favorite seed down in the comments below. That was seed number 8. Number 9 starts off in a jungle biome. We've got a lake behind us over there with a little bit of a cave, a dripstone cave, which we'll see in a bit. A village over in the bottom left-hand corner there. And I'm just flying around here to get a good angle of this stony peak that's sort of shooting out above the jungle. Quite like that. Haven't seen that very often as I've done these seeds, and I've looked at over 300 of the things doing these free videos. Links for those videos, by the way, will be in the description below. There's another reason I like this area. This area reminds me of a place called Glen Clover, near two mountains I've been up called Mayor and Dreesh in Scotland. It's carved by a glacier, and this looks really reminiscent of it. So it was very nostalgic and took me back to that kind of area. It's a little bit more jaggedy peaks here than those rounded ones, but yeah, what an awesome sight to see in Minecraft. Sort of mimicking real life there. You don't see that very often. As we fly back over here, we've got a little savanna biome over there. We've got more forest. We've got more of these stony peaks. There's lots of stony peaks on this particular seed. We've got some of the calcite cutting through these stony peaks here. A good source of calcite if you need some when you start your 1.18 world. A very big sparse jungle biome, one of my favorite new biomes. This was previously the jungle edge biome, but they've actually expanded it in 1.18, made it its very own biome. We're back near the spawn here, and I talked about that cave before, the dripstone cave. And here we have it. The water sort of makes it look like it's eroded the landscape, which I think works really well when you get springs in these areas. It works very well. Not much in the way of lush caves, but we do have this decent dripstone cave underneath. Like I say, this seed is mainly here because of the stony mountain over the jungle and the fact that it reminded me of a real life location that I have visited. That is seed number 9. Seed number 10, we start off in a taiga biome, and just over there we have the old growth pine taiga biome. It's a bit of a mouthful, think I've got that right. It's one of my favorite biomes in 1.18. It works really well with the new terrain. So I spent quite some time trying to find a seed with this at spawn that was worthy of my 10 awesome seeds video, and I think this one just about hits the mark. We have some hints. We see some azalea trees there that we might have some lush caves down below as well. But up top for now, we have the ice mountains. Let's have a look at these. Are they the jagged peaks? There we have the grove biome. The jagged peaks, yes, they are the jagged peak mountains that look absolutely awesome. And then they sort of go down on this side into an ocean, so you get quite a nice shoreline view. We have a village down there, and then down below I said we've seen several hints that we have some lush caves, and this lush cave goes on for a long way. It's not massively open and epic like some of the others, but there's a huge number of them, like everywhere you go. This footage is 160% of normal speed, so that should give you an idea of how much in the way of lush caves we have got. So there we have it, folks. That is seed number 10. The last of the 10 awesome seeds in Minecraft 1.18 part 3 video. If you haven't already, then I highly recommend you check out parts 1 and 2. There's some great seeds in there if these didn't pick your fancy. This is seed number 10, by the way, just shot in Bedrock, just to again prove that the terrain generation is the same. If you enjoyed the video, please consider giving it a like. If you really enjoyed it, then please consider subscribing to the channel. If you need some really simple 1.18 farms, I've already got a series on that with an iron farm and a gas farm so far, and a crop farm is on the way. So if you need some automatic, really awesome farms, check out those videos. Folks, I'm going to leave you with this beautiful view of a mountain, and I'm Abfielder. That's all I have time for. Goodbye.